Hey Vapors, what's up? It's about 11:12 Monday night, and this is the first video in my new playlist. The playlist is going to be called Fighting the FDA. Now, this playlist is literally just me going and talking about kind of some of the laws and regulations that they're doing to put vaping under control. Well, not vaping, but vaping under control. And because they say it's such a dangerous thing, and they say that that like it shouldn't they don't really know what ingredients are in e-liquid and all this kind of crap, yet they've approved all four ingredients separately. The flavoring you can get in any food. You can get packets of flavoring at a supermarket anywhere almost, or online, and it's not illegal. Vegetable glycerin is in a use of different products, like a multitude of different products, and so is propylene glycol. And nicotine is too. Nicotine's found in tomatoes, onions, peppers, tobacco leaves, all that kind of stuff, surprisingly. And they've approved all of these ingredients separately, but this playlist is so that we can, sorry, I'm gonna set my vape down, so that we can fight against them, because if we don't, in maybe a year or two from now, you guys may not care right now, but if you watch this playlist, I guarantee you will. I'm just going to kind of go over like the laws and regulations they're putting in each state, kind of talk about that. Today I've got my hometown state, Michigan, and kind of a basis on what's going on. The law that they just passed here in Michigan, I believe they just passed one, which states that you can't vape in public places. So we're not getting hammered, we're just getting the bottom end of it here in Michigan. I know places like Colorado and I believe Indiana are getting slammed with regulations against it and laws. You can't vape. I believe one of them in Indiana is you can't vape in your own home. If you don't own a home, it's like smoking. If they don't let you smoke in the house, you can't vape in that house. You have to step outside to vape. Same thing. You can't vape in a public place, and there's a few other laws. What the FDA is trying to do is they're trying to they're trying to make it so that it's almost impossible to import/export vapes throughout the country and into and out of the country. Same with e-liquid. They're going to make it so that you can't buy it at stores and everything. But let's get down to narrow down to Michigan right now. Michigan, the law they passed on, I believe, March 15th was, or actually they rather started it, I don't know if they passed it yet, that you can't vape in public places. I apologize about my throat. But like in restaurants and bars and stuff, you can't vape in them, because they say something about secondhand vapor, which is supposed to be like secondhand smoke, but there is nothing else. As soon as the nicotine with this hits your body, it stays in your lungs, and that's it. Propylene glycol is not going to do anything to the person next to you, other than he's basically breathing in clouds of fresh, fruity, or custardy air. Seriously, what harm is that going to do? Somebody's going to be like, you know what, that smells pretty good. I can kind of understand why they want to pass it, though, because a lot of people do go to places and they will just blow giant plumes into people's faces and stuff like that, which isn't right by any means to do. But it's not right to go up to somebody in a supermarket and like look at something and be like, and then the person next to you can't see the same product that they were looking at, that you were looking at, or like at a bar if they're trying to read a menu and you're just blowing giant clouds in their faces. And like, hold on, I'm looking this up. Okay, yeah, sorry. I had to make sure I was talking about the right state here. Anyway, again, I apologize for my throat and the phone thing. I don't usually get on my phone, but I had to make sure I'm talking about the right state. But yeah, we're getting basically the tail end of it here in Michigan. So I can kind of understand, like, if that law passed, I wouldn't be too upset because that's nothing big. I don't vape in stores or in restaurants or anything anyway. I mean, I've done it a few times, but I just feel uncomfortable doing it because I get a whole bunch of stares and I'm just like, you know what? Sometimes I'm like, you know what, go ahead. When I'm having a bad day, I'm like, whatever, stare, I'll blow plumes in your face. So I kind of get the feeling I do. I don't think it's right, though, to do that. I don't. Another thing that is that, no, I think that's the only law here in Michigan, or, yeah, only law that they're trying to pass here in Michigan. But, other than that, I'm just going to kind of talk about what they're doing. There's this thing on YouTube, there's this channel called Smoke Free CA, or Tobacco Free CA, or something like that. There's this video that they do called Kids Aren't Alright. If you haven't seen it already, look it up. It's like a 2-minute commercial, if that. I think it's a minute and 45 seconds. And it literally states that kids, like 6th graders, like 5th through 8th graders, having vapes. The only kids that they show in that one are mainly 5th and 6th graders, where they're still at recess. They all look depressed about vaping, and a few high schoolers are in there. Okay. First of all, I myself am 18, so this is not illegal for me to own. This is not illegal for me to use. I mean, if it was illegal for me to use, do you think I would be posting this crap on YouTube or on Instagram so that I could get caught? No, not a chance. But do I personally think anybody 5th through 8th grade should have one? No. Do I personally think somebody in high school should own one? No. I mean, I'm still in school, yes, but I'm 18. It's okay. I'm legally allowed to vape. Don't take that right away from me. But, like, they're just stating that those kind of kids should have one. I don't personally think that kids under the age of 18 should have one. I mean, I do think that if you have one, I believe you should be 16 or older to own a vape and purchase non-nicotine e-liquids. But if you're 18, then I believe that the law should be you should be able to purchase nicotine e-liquids at 18, but non-nicotine e-liquids at 16. I'm probably going to get crap for it, and I don't care. Send crap my way. I don't really care. That's just my personal view on it. I mean, I'd rather see a kid vaping than smoking, because I know a lot of kids in high school have start to smoke, like cigarettes and stuff, and other things, the leafy greens. But I would way rather see a kid holding a vaporizer and vaping rather than holding up a cigarette and going, and then not only endangering himself, but endangering the friends that he has around him when he smokes. And then he's going to get other people into smoking because they're going to be like, ooh, what's that? Can I try that? Can I get a hit off that? And then they're going to start smoking too. I'd rather see them vaping than smoking, but that's my personal opinion. You can give me crap all you want for it. I don't really care. I read all the comments, but if you hate, you hate. What am I going to say? I don't really care, personally. But another thing that they are doing is, Big Tobacco, creators of the blue e-cig, sorry, you can't really see that very well. Yeah, the blue cigs, or like the View Solo. Also the maker of Newports. They're doing this campaign, which I believe is an undercover campaign, that is not blowing smoke. But the government is right there working together with sorry, I had to stop and think for a second. They're working together with Big Tobacco to stop and put an end to vaping and the government's going along with it because of the fact that's where all their money comes from, is tobacco. But my thing is, instead of doing a whole taking the vapes out of the equation in general, why not just tax e-liquid and vape stuff like you would cigarettes? like you tax like you tax tobacco or tobacco products. I highly doubt people would care if they had to pay a few extra cents to $1 more for their e-liquid, rather than having to go down to somebody's basement, or find a dealer that you can buy e-liquid from that they make in their basement, which tastes like crap, for $20 for a 10 milliliter bottle. And then not only that, but then you can get arrested for having it in your pocket, walking down the street. That's eventually what it's going to be like. And not only that, we'll still have the Views, Solos, and the Blue Cigs that you can pick up at any gas station or corner store in almost every country. I don't personally think that's fair. If we don't do something now, this right here, a simple cig-alike or an e-cigarette, is what we have to look forward to, people. I mean, I personally don't think that's okay. I really don't. I don't want to sit there and be like, pull out an e-cig, and then when it's done, have to throw it away. Like with the blue disposables. The View Solo you can at least charge, but they're only going to make it so that there's no flavored e-liquids, but they're going to make it so it's only classic and menthol. I personally don't think that's okay. I don't like that. And they're going to unbelievably tax them. They're going to tax them more than tobacco products so that people don't use these, but they have to use FDA approved cigarettes. That's the end of my rant today. Remember, come back and check out this playlist. Every so often I'll be uploading a video for this about every day or two. I'm just going to talk about it, kind of get into the laws of each state. I believe the next state I want to do is Colorado. So I can kind of get you guys in Colorado, if you guys watch my channel, a good look at this. And I want to do a review on the Views Solo, so that I can kind of show you guys what we have to look forward to and kind of what it tastes like, because they don't taste good. Anyway, that's the end of my rant today. Remember, throw down your cigarettes, pick up your vapes, and vape for the win. I'll see you guys.